So, Joe, we're playing a mission today called Deliberate Attack.
Yep.
The theme behind the mission is that our two armies are in conflict. My army is advancing to try and penetrate your forces, whereas you have put out a defensive screen of hidden units whose role is to try to hold up exactly this kind of advance long enough that you can get reserves into play to push back my attack.
All right.
So, Deliberate Attack is intended to be quite a short, sharp, decisive battle. I have more forces on the battlefield at the beginning, but you've got more reserves than I have total forces. Meanwhile, some of your forces are in hidden deployment. That means I've got a rough idea of where they are, but I don't know for sure, and I won't know until I can get close enough to actually contact those elements. So for the sake of our watchers, I'll take you through what we've got on the battlefield. On my side, I've got 2 heavy infantry elements. I've got a medium mech, that's a presence 2 mech, and I've got 1 heavy cavalry element. In reserve, I've got another heavy cavalry element and a light mech. Over on your side, we've got 2 hidden deployment markers here, 1 here and 1 here. Those together represent 2 hidden elements. I don't know precisely what they are, although I can see your force, and I know one of them is a heavy infantry element and one is a light mech. I'm pretty sure the light mech isn't hiding in the building. Meanwhile, you've brought 1 element that is not in hidden deployment, and that's a heavy infantry element who's in that building there. The game will end if you can have 4 elements active on the table, so not in hidden deployment, who've come in from reserve or who've been revealed from hidden deployment at the end of turn 2.
Okay.
If at the end of turn 2 you have 2 or fewer, then I have won. If neither of those things is true, we could either roll forward into turn 3 or just call it a draw. See how much time we have.
Yep.
So, we shall begin and roll off to see who is going to go first.
Alrighty.
Right, I won the roll-off for initiative, so I get to activate 1 element first. It's alternating activation, so I'll get to do 1, and then Joe, you get to activate 1 of yours.
Okay.
So, looking at your hidden deployment, it looks like my medium mech is in the best position. My medium mech has a movement of 3. He's also my command headquarters. So, he is going to... Actually, he's going to use his chain of command rule for the first thing. The chain of command is something only the command headquarters can do. It means he can spend 1 of his action tokens, not on himself, but on any other element that hasn't yet been activated. I'm going to use it on my heavy cavalry for him to perform a rapid move, and that is heavy cavalry 1, and he has a movement of 4. So he can rapid move up to 3 times his movement. So he can make a full 12-inch move. So he's going to move 8 inches in a straight line to there, and then 4 inches round to here. So he's not yet been activated, but I've spent an action from my command headquarters, so 1 of your elements may now choose to react.
Okay.
So either you can reveal a hidden element, or your heavy infantry could react.
Okay. Then they will choose to react.
Now, would they? The heavy infantry are reacting, are they?
Yes.
Now they can react either by moving,
Yep.
by shooting,
Yep.
or by moving and shooting as 1 reaction.
Okay. I think we're just going to shoot.
They're going to stand still and shoot right where they are. So, measuring range, and when your element is in a building,
Yep.
you measure range from the edge of the building. So even though they're there, the closest point is right there. So the range is, we'll call it 8 inches, for the sake of argument. So to find your target, we take the range of 8. We add the armour on my heavy cavalry of 5.
Yep.
And any cover. He's not got any cover, so he's got a total of 13 is your target. And the firepower on your heavy infantry is
4.
So you're going to roll 4 dice.
Yep.
And you're looking to make 13s. Okay, so how are you going to match those up? You've got a 7, a 5, and a 1 and a 4. So you're going to get 1 hit.
Yep.
Unless I can cancel the 7. I make my defense roll. Heavy cavalry has a low defense. Only got a defense of 1. So I roll 1 dice. I'm looking to exactly match. I've exactly matched the 1, so that's removed. But with 5, 7, and 4, you've still got more than 13. So you've got 1 hit on my heavy cavalry. So I will mark that on my heavy cavalry as having taken a hit. And I'm going to reduce. Now he's halfway across the board already. I'm going to reduce his movement from 4 to 3. Now, and you've taken 1 and also flip that to black side to show that you've reacted, because you only get 1 reaction per turn per element. However, that's only halfway through my first activation.
Okay.
So my command headquarters gets his second action, and he is going to move and shoot. To move and shoot, he can perform a patrol move and still shoot with half his firepower. Patrol move is twice his movement. He has a movement of 3, so he can move up to 6 inches. And he can shoot with half his firepower. So he's got a line of sight to your heavy infantry.
Yep.
The range is 12 inches.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's 11 inches. There we go, to the edge of the building.
Yep.
11 inches, plus the armour on your heavy infantry, which is 3 for 14, plus the cover they get from being in the building, which is another 3. So my target is 17 on half firepower. I've got a firepower of 7, so I'm rolling 4 dice because it's rounded up. So I'm looking for 17s. Oh, I've done well. I've got an 11 and a 7 for a hit, and then 2 spare 4s. So they've got a defense of 3, I think.
They do.
So roll your defense.
3 dice. Got the
3, 9. Oh, the 11 is gone. So I'm left with 8 and 7 for 15. Not enough. No hits. And that's the end of my activation.
Yep.
So over to you.
Alright, and I'm going to use these guys. I'm going to activate these guys.
So they only get 1 action because they've already acted once.
Yep, they're going to dig in.
They're going to dig in, which means they now get an additional +3 cover. So they're going to be really, really hard to kill. Okay.
Well, that's me.
It returns to me then. So my heavy cavalry element is going to move and... In fact, they're going to charge. So they're going to charge this element in the woods there.
Alright.
So you've got to decide whether that is or is not
We're going to
an
say
element.
it's not.
It's not. So you've got to reveal an element elsewhere.
And we will put the light mech here.
So having charged there, he is now going to perform a shoot action
Keeps that, doesn't he?
at your mech. He hasn't rapid moved, so he gets his full shoot. We've got a range of 7. Your light mech has an armour of
3.
So that's 10, and I think he's got limited cover, so he's going to get 1 for cover. So 11s I need. On the full firepower of 5. Looking for 11s. Take that away. That's, oh, I've got a critical. That's a 12, a natural 12. A 5 and a 6 for another hit. Oh, and a 7 and a 4 for another hit. So roll your defense. See how we go. You want the 12.
Didn't get it.
3 and a 6.
Okay.
Well, you take the 6 away.
Alright.
So you've cancelled that hit. I don't have enough for that. But I've got 1 critical hit and 1 regular hit. Now, difference is, I get to decide where to take the critical hit impact off, and you have to decide where to take the other hit.
Okay.
So you take 2 damage. So mark those onto your roster sheet. 2 damage against your light mech. And I'm going to reduce your armour by 1. That's my choice.
Yep.
And then you get to decide where you're going to apply the other one.
Take move down 1.
Okie dokie. So that's my activation over there, and it is your turn.
Alrighty. I will activate light mech. And he will move.
He will indeed.
He will make a rapid move to bravely run away.
So he's going to bravely run away. So a rapid move is 3 times his move.
Yep, so he's going to hide over here behind the mountain in the corner. Hey, I'll go for help, guys. You go ahead. You got this. So that's me.
Right. Okie dokie. I've got my 2 heavy infantry elements left. You've got a light mech that's taken damage, 1 hidden element, and heavy infantry in the building. I think that heavy infantry needs to go down. He's got no reactions left except your hidden elements. So, they are going to patrol move. They're infantry, so they can't perform rapid moves. Not unless they're mobile infantry. So they can move up to 6 inches and still shoot. So this one is going to move and shoot.
Yep.
So he's going to move 6. And shoot. That range is going to be... Yep, 12 inches exactly. So 12 plus a massive 3, 6, 9. So I'm needing lots. I need 21 half firepower. Fortunately, I upgraded the firepower of my heavy infantry, so they have a firepower of 5, so I'm rolling 3 dice, needing 21. Not enough. So I've missed with that shot. Got any reactions?
Nope.
So they're going to stand and shoot now for the rest of their move. So full firepower of 5, still needing 21s. That's a bit more like it. That's 11, that's 22, and a spare 7. Take away the spare 7.
Yep.
8 and 12 do you nothing. So I have 1 hit, on your heavy infantry in cover.
They'll lose a point of movement. So they're not going
Like they need it. And then with my next one, I'm going to do the same again. He's going to move. Up to there. And shoot. So 3 dice. Still needing 21s. Going for a crit. That'll do. It's a hit.
Yep. You're going to keep it.
Yep, that's a hit.
Alright, there is their last spare point of movement.
They're down to movement 0, are they?
Well, they're down to movement 1.
Movement 1, okay.
So they can still limp along.
Well, these guys want to get closer because there's nothing like getting up close to really mess up someone's day. They're going to move again. Where did that go to? 6 inches. Oops. Go to my radar station. Up to there. And they're going to shoot again. So the range is now shorter. The range is now 6 inches plus 9. So they're just needing 15s. But on 3 dice. That'll do. That's 17. Oh, lose the 6. Not enough.
Not enough.
And you still have 1 element that you can, if you want, activate this turn.
I think Yep, I'll go ahead and
You're going to reveal.
bring him on.
Okay, he's revealed. I've activated all my elements, so I have no reactions. He has 1 action left to use.
And he'll dig in.
I thought he might. Also digging in. Dug in heavy infantry are by far the hardest things to shift
I'm liking them so
in this
far.
game. They're very good for this particular scenario. Okay, so into turn 2.
Yep.
And we roll off again for initiative in the next turn. 4.
8.
Ah, you have initiative. So you put out your counters. You can now put out counters for your reserve elements as well. Don't have to. You can only bring on 2 maximum, but you don't have to tell me what they're going to be at this point.
So where do I put the counters?
Next to
Just
each
next to the
element.
footage. Oh, okay.
And I
But I
wrote
don't
my
have to tell you what they are.
Why wasn't this my counters gone? So 1, 2, 1 thing. Come here, you. 2. And that's it. So, over to you.
Alright. I'm going to start by bringing in a reserve.
Okay, so it's an action to come in from reserve. So he
Okay.
just goes onto the edge of the board table and still has 1 action left to use.
Howdy.
I will react.
Yep.
Now, this is an important thing. I'm going to react with shooting with my heavy cavalry.
Okay.
Doesn't have to react against the element that
came on.
prompted the reaction.
Okay.
Because he's seen him coming, he thought, trouble, I still need to shift those guys in the building. He is instead going to react by shooting at the heavy infantry in that building there.
Okay.
So I've definitely got 1 hit. I think I've got 2 hits and a spare. Cancel a 6. Cancel a 9. That's reduced me to 1 hit.
1 hit.
1 hit on the heavy infantry in the building.
And there goes their movement. Starting down. Alright.
So at the moment, the odds are looking good for you.
I will finish this, guys.
Yep.
By shooting at your tank.
Going to shoot at the tank with his full firepower. His monstrous firepower of...
So it looks like 9.
Call it 9?
Yep.
What's his firepower?
His firepower is 5.
5, so looking for 14s.
That's
looking good. You got a 10 and a 4 for 1 hit. A 9. Sorry, that's a 6 and a 3 and a 1. It's a 6. Okay, so that's not a hit. So you got 1 hit, looking for a 10 or a 4. Nope, I got a 5. So 1 hit. On heavy cavalry 1, he's taken another hit. So he's taken 2 hits, heavy cavalry 1. And I'm going to drop his movement again from 3 to 2. Okay, over to me.
So you've got.
I'm going to match your plan, and I'm going to bring an element in from reserve. He's going to come in there.
Yep.
Any reactions?
Nope.
Don't think anybody's got a line of sight. He is going to max his move. He is going to rapid move now, 3 times his movement. His movement's 4, so he's going to move up to 12 inches. Zoom as fast as he can towards that vulnerable light mech around the corner.
Run away, run away!
That's only relying on me being able to kill something this turn.
Yep.
Over to you.
Me. It's tempting to just huddle and not draw fire, but we're gonna see if we can do some damage to that tank since we've been working on it. So we will open fire with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
At a range of 5.
5 it is. Plus 5 armor.
Yep.
So he's 10s. Oops, you just rolled a dice under the couch.
So 4 dice. 10s.
Oh, that's lovely. You got a
There
crit.
we go.
Okay, that's my tank you're shooting at. So I've only got defense of 1, so I'm looking for a 12. No
Negative.
such luck. So what do you need? 10s. So you got 1 crit, 1 good hit, 2 good hits. So where do you want to put the crit on him?
Let's take it out of his firepower.
Firepower goes down to 4, and I'm going to put the remaining 2 hits onto his movement. So he is now fixed in place at 0 movement. He is now nothing better than a bunker.
And he's reacted, isn't he? So,
Yes.
so second
Oh,
action.
sorry, they show. So I get other reactions, which I'm going to use. What am I going to use? What am I going to use? These guys are going to move and shoot. So they're going to move 6 up to there and shoot at the guys in that building again.
Okay.
6, call it 7 inches. 7 plus 9, 16s on 3 dice. Looking for a good roll. Oh, that's a very good roll. Unfortunately, I only get one of those crits.
Yeah.
Nope. Unfortunately, that one, I can't make a hit with that crit, so it doesn't give me a hit.
All right.
But that is definitely a hit.
Okay.
So I got a crit, I will drop their armour.
Alrighty, they're down to number 2. They're fading.
Just need a few more of those.
So I will finish these guys.
Yep.
By, again,
Shooting at him again. Oh, poor tank.
Nice.
Oh, that's good as
That's
well.
pretty good.
That's 3 hits, in
Yep.
fact. You needed 10s, didn't you?
Yep.
And I've rolled a 9.
All
Take the 9 away. That's 2 hits.
2 hits.
Oh, 2 more hits. Ouch. And he's going to take them on his armour. So he's down to armour 3. So he's going to be a lot easier to hit next time as well. So you'll only need 8s to hit him again. Right, back to me then.
Yep.
We're going to go for a bit of a Hail Mary here because this is desperate straits with that heavy cavalry on. These guys are going to move to just a fraction away from that building.
Yep.
And
There's
shoot
the
you.
personal. Alrighty.
So they're now at a range of 1. Plus 9. 10s on 3 dice. That'll do. That's 2 hits. Lose the 11. It's gone.
Good.
1 hit.
Take 1.
Their defense 4.
Aren't they?
No, their defense 3.
Oops.
You're rolling too many dice.
Sorry.
Try that one again.
Alright. Didn't get the 11.
Didn't get the 11. Okay, 2 hits.
Yep. So they're now movement 0. And they will
They ain't
be-
going anywhere.
Nope. We'll take them down to fight 3. But they will
So, they get a reaction, of course.
react by
They're going to
using
stand
their
and
fight
shoot.
3. Yep.
So their full firepower is
3.
3. Yes.
They
Yes,
were-
because I upgraded. No, yes, firepower 3.
Yeah.
4. No, it should be 4. Heavy
They
infantry.
took 1.
Oh, you
That's-
took 1
they
off.
just
Okay,
took 1.
quite right. Quite right.
So they're
Quite
down to
right.
3.
Well, that's obviously going to be, well, it's 3, 4. So
hits.
you're only after 4s.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're not.
So 3
for
plus
anything.
1. So we're still looking for 3 hits. And I've got a defense of 3.
You get the 8.
Take the 8. So they take 2 hits on the way in. That's heavy infantry 3. Take 2 hits. Which I will now comfortably put onto their movement.
Start throwing rocks down at you.
2 hits, so they're on 1. Movement 1. 2 hits. Right. This is where things get fun.
Yep.
So I've dropped their movement to 1.
Yep.
Fortunately, they're within 1 inch.
Yep.
So they will charge you with their remaining action.
Okay.
So this represents them charging into the building
They're in the building.
and trying to take you on. So what happens, strictly speaking, they would stop an inch away from you, which they already were.
Yep.
You'd resolve any reactions. But this is their
Already
second action, so all the reactions have already happened. So they just plough straight on in. And now this really becomes a numbers game. I charged into you.
Yep.
But it was only a short distance. So I get +1 to my results on these dice.
Okay.
But we roll a number of dice equal to our presence.
Alright.
And we are each presence 2. So we get to roll 2 dice each, and you ignore all but the highest dice. And I get to add 1. I rolled 11.
Oh!
We both rolled 11.
But you get
I
plus
get
1.
+1, so I've got 12. Now wait, take away the 1.
Alright.
First of all, I've won.
Yep.
And in an infantry versus infantry match, you're dead.
Yep.
However, you've rolled high.
Yep.
Divide it by 2 and round up.
Yep.
It's the only time in the game you round up. So I've taken 6 damage. So I've killed you, but I've taken 6 damage in the process.
Okay.
So I take 1, 2, 3, 4,
Ouch.
5, 6 damage in the process. And I've... Ooh, that's going to be bad. I've only got 1 left on movement, so they're going to drop to movement 0. They're going to drop armour by 2. They're going to go down to armour 1. So I've only got 1 armour left. So that's 3. So then they're going to lose another 3 from their firepower. So they're down to firepower 2. So they have been really badly beaten, but they killed you all the same. So you can see why combat is a real gamble.
Yep.
It can go either way. So that's that action. Over to you. Still got your light mech to act.
Yep. He doesn't really want to come into where you can shoot him. But
You do still have another element to bring
Yep,
on this turn.
that's-
And if you've got 4 at the end of the turn, you win.
Yep. I think we'll do that. He will come on
He
back.
comes on.
He's got 1.
He's already reacted.
Yep.
He's already reacted.
He has not.
He has not. He is going to move and shoot in reaction.
Yep.
To the guys in the building. So he gets to move. What's his movement? Medium mech. It's movement 3, so he can move up to 6. Move up to there. He's got firepower 7, so that halved. So he gets 4 dice. He's shooting 5 plus 9. Oh, are they still armoured? 3?
Yes, they are.
Yep, so
Take
5 plus 9, so I'm needing 14s on 4 dice. Oh, I got a crit. 2 crits. I got 2. Wow, 2 critical hits.
Their defense 3, and they block
Nothing. Sorry, 2 crits. They're both going on your armour.
Alright, that's fair enough. So they're down to armor 1.
They are indeed.
And they are reeling.
Ouch. This victory is hanging by a thread. You've still got your second action over there. You don't have to spend a second action, by the way. You can leave it to react to something later in the game, but you can only be activated once, so you can't come back to him and spend that action. So if you don't react in the turn, it's lost.
It's really a question of survival.
That's what this mission is about.
So I think he's going to... Can he assault the guys in the building?
Ooh, from that range? Probably. 6 inches. You can pre-measure at any point in the game.
Okay.
Did we say it was less than 6? Yes, at the moment he can indeed. Yeah, if you can contact... If infantry are in a building, a vehicle can move into contact, it counts as being 1 inch range.
Right.
Or it can charge and it gets its full charge.
Okay.
But mech against infantry, it's risky. Because if I lose, we immediately resolve the combat a second time as infantry versus mech.
Okay.
That means that if I lose and then you win, my mech is destroyed outright. On the other hand, if I win, you are destroyed outright. So, you know, swings and roundabouts.
Yep. Alright. And I will... Yeah. He's just
I'm going to move those guys down there. It's a little bit less precarious.
Alright. We will move and shoot with the light mech.
Ah, that way. Okay.
Come to here.
Moved there. He's going to shoot at my infantry in the building, is he?
He's going to try to pick on the little guy.
The range is 5 inches.
Yep.
They've got armour, not very much. 1.
Yep, but he's only fighting 2.
But they are in the building, so it's 5 plus 4, 9. So looking after 9s. That'll do.
Yeah,
That's a hit. There's not a lot left to them. They've still got defense of 3, though. You never reduce your defense, by the way. It's what's called a passive stat rather than an active stat. The active stats go up and down. Defense can't be taken down. Nope, didn't cancel any of those.
Although, did I just roll? He's only fight 2. Should I have half that for movement?
Oh, he moved, didn't he? Ah, good
He
point.
just missed.
Let's try that one again.
Nope.
He missed.
Alright. Well, he'll use his second action to
To stand and shoot.
To do the full attack. That's
It's a
better.
crit! In fact, it's just one crit. Just one crit.
That's all
You
we
need
need.
9s. Not enough! Destroyed. It all counts.
Yep.
Okay, so back to... So did you not use that, guys? You left him there to react later?
Yep.
Okay. You did that intentionally, didn't
Yes.
you? Yeah. Back to me, then. I've still got 3 elements still to act. You must have got our order of movement the wrong way around at some point. He's got no movement to speak of, but I think he's pinned in place. Yes, he is. But he's still got firepower of 4, so he's going to give you a full rooty toot.
Yep.
5 plus... What's their armour now? 1?
Still... yep.
So they've still got 3 for cover, 3 for dug in, 1 for armour. So on 7s plus 5, so I'm still needing 12s. Got 1 crit. 1 crit, and this game is turned against you. That'll be a crit. No, he's gone. So that is basic, because you've got nobody else to bring in from reserve.
Yep.
You're down to fewer than 4. So I have 1.
Okay.
The only question is how Pyrrhic that victory is going to be. But ultimately, it's all on me now. You've got no shooting back. You've activated all of you. They can react.
I've got 1 reaction. Yeah.
And I'll simply elect not to do anything.
Fair enough.
So
Right.
I have managed to beat you back enough
So close.
that I have won.
Good game.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you.
That's it. Game over in 2 turns.